We've all heard the vague warnings about AI coming for our jobs someday. Well, forget someday. A brand new study from MIT just dropped, and it puts a hard, specific number on the threat that exists right now. So let's get right into it, because what they found is, well, it's a wake-up call for a lot of people.
And here is that number, 11.7%. According to this new research, that's the percentage of the entire US workforce that AI is already capable of replacing. I want to be really clear here. We're not talking about 5 years from now or even next year. We're talking about today.
Now, this isn't just some random guess. This is the main takeaway from a super detailed study by researchers at MIT and the Oak Ridge National Laboratory. They've actually developed something called the Iceberg Index, which is designed to measure what AI can really do in the real world right now against actual job descriptions. So what do they mean when they say obsolete capability? It's a pretty strong term, right? It means the technology to automate the main functions of these jobs already exists. The AI has been trained, it's ready to go, and theoretically it could just step in tomorrow and do the work.
Okay, but why would companies actually do this? Well, you know the answer. It always comes down to the money. And when you're talking about replacing almost 12% of the workforce, you're not just talking about efficiency. You're talking about a financial incentive that is just massive.
And that's the number, $1.2 trillion. That's the total annual salary bill that companies in the US could, in theory, just wipe off their books today by using AI for these roles. A number with that many zeros doesn't just get a little attention in the boardroom, it completely changes the conversation.
So this is the big question, isn't it? Who are we actually talking about here? I think most of us have this image in our head that AI is coming for factory jobs or maybe basic data entry, but what this study found completely turns that idea upside down.
And here's the real shocker. The study points directly at high-paying knowledge worker jobs as the most vulnerable. Yeah, we're talking about people in finance, in the healthcare industry, in professional services. You know, the exact kind of careers that for a long time we've all considered totally safe from automation. But hold on. If the technology is really here and the financial prize is that huge, why haven't we seen this mass replacement happen yet? It's a good question. And the authors of the study use this really powerful metaphor to explain exactly what's going on.
They call it the iceberg effect. The idea is that the job disruption we can all see right now, that's just the tiny, tiny tip. The real capability, the thing we should be watching, is being built quietly, under the surface, in all these corporate pilot programs and R&D departments. And this really shows you the disconnect. Our perception, the tip of the iceberg, is that we see a few small, scattered AI tests. A company tries out a new chatbot or a data tool. But the reality, the huge, hidden part of the iceberg, is that companies are systematically building the full-scale infrastructure to replace entire workflows, pretty much all at once. All right, so let's make this personal, because this isn't just some abstract economic report. This is about your career, my career, everyone's career. So how can you figure out if your job might be on that 11.7% list based on what the study found? It really boils down to this one simple but very revealing question. Is the main thing you do all day processing information? Think about it. Does your job involve taking information in one form, doing something to it, and then putting it out in another form? Like summarizing a long report, or writing some basic code, or analyzing a spreadsheet. You can really see the dividing line here. On one side, you have those at-risk information processing tasks. But on the other side, you have the skills that the study says are much more secure. And they all fall under this umbrella of strategic decision-making. We're talking about things that require judgment, negotiation, leading people, setting a vision. All things that AI, right now, is pretty bad at. So if there's one single takeaway from this whole thing, it's really a call to action. If you look at your job and see that it's mostly made up of those processing tasks, the time to start making a change is right now. The goal has to be moving yourself up the value chain, away from just processing the data, and toward making the big strategic calls based on it. Look, this MIT study isn't a prediction about some distant future. It's a snapshot of the present. It's like a ship's lookout shouting that there's an iceberg dead ahead. The warning has been sounded. So the only real question left is, are you ready to change course?